Here's Plummy. All my girls are tied, waiting for the grain to come in. And it's very peaceful, because nobody can bash anyone, even though they want to. There's Peach. She's second in command. There's her mother, Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Very patient. Ginger gets the most beat up. Even little tiny Plum beats Ginger up. Plum knows how to eat. Not wasting any time. These girls, waiting for grain. Everybody has a hay bag tied. She's got two, only because, well, I'll tell you about my hay bag system in a minute. And over here, oh, there she is, the herd queen, Maya. She's in a little stall because nobody wanted to be tied next to her. They're all terrified of her, even when she's tied. So she came in here a little while ago. I don't know if it shows up, but she's got a little feed box down there and a hay bag. And she's still licking her chops because I'm holding green bands in my other arm. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. Hope I didn't make you seasick. Okay, this is Peach gets a little bit of sprouted wheat. There you go, baby. I'm going to tuck that right in there. Sorry about making you all dizzy. It's hard to do this with one hand. There we go. Next will be, whose box is this? This is Plummy's. Plummy got green, whoops. Plummy got green on the stand, milking stand today, so she's just getting a little bit of alfalfa pellets. Ginger's not being milked now, and she's pregnant, so she's getting mostly grain. She doesn't like alfalfa pellets, so I'm giving her a little, try to keep her taste for them going. Here you go, baby, because when she's lactating, she needs them. Oh, there's Sketcher. You can look at Sketcher while I'm trying to get this on. Sketchy! Sketcher's our feral barn cat. I'm not sure why this won't go down. Oh, because it's all the way down. Alright, so there's Ginger eating. Oh, Sketcher? You want some, Sketcher? See how peaceful? Nobody's bashing. Nobody's fighting. Nobody's not getting to eat. Oh, there's Johnny Cat. You see my two feral cats? Here he comes. Look at them. Aren't they cute? Alright. Now let me explain a little bit about my hay bag system. I think I'll explain about this door here too. Can you see this door? It's actually an old hollow core door, and it's hung by cords. See this? I don't know if it shows up, but it's hung by cords from the ceiling, from the rafters, and it swings. Alright, this was put here because Maya hated Ginger when Ginger was little and would kick her out in the cold and snow from the communal stall. So I had read that with horses in a run-in shed you could put a barrier as long as they can get around it. They can't get trapped. Sometimes it just takes a visual barrier to keep the queen from beating everybody up. So I hung this on a whim to see if it would work, and it has worked beautifully for several years now. Peach looks a lot like Ginger. She gets kicked out sometimes too. Rarely Plummy. I don't know why. Plummy gets kicked out by Peach, but not by Maya. So this has been hanging there ever since. We put a little bit of fencing on top because the chickens, you can see this, chickens were roosting on that. They can't see that fencing, so they jump up and they land, and it doesn't work. So that's worked out well. I have hay bags hanging from there. Normally I have one on each end, and then a couple more scattered throughout the communal area. And right now, because of what I have, the hay I have two bags that each have a big hole in the bottom. And here's another one. I made this one as an experiment out of a corn bag. Can you see that? So all I did was make holes at the top, and I reinforced them with little fabric so I could run a rope through it. I fill that with a flake of hay or two. It's got a nice... Ginger thinks she's missing something, so she's checking me out. You have a hay bag over there, baby. And then I have hay bags that are made for fine hay, like second or third cut, and the opening is much smaller. Here you go, baby. Ginger, everybody's still eating, and Ginger thinks she's missing out. There we go. She's so cute. So for the 4 goats, I find it works best to fill 8 bags. It used to be 6, but now it's 8. Just makes things more peaceful. I'll be taking them off these ties as soon as everybody's finished eating. Ginger. Ginger. Hi, sweetie. See those skirts on her head? Those aren't my fault. Those are little deformed horns, and they're a little loose. She doesn't really like me to touch them. I have to trim them now and then. This one's going to have to be trimmed real soon. It's touching her head a little bit, but it's not irritating, so I've left it. And what happens is they burn the horn nubs off when they're babies, and if they don't get all the edges, it's like a little edge of a horn grows, but it's not really attached. It's loose, it's wobbly. So she sometimes breaks them off, and I usually just hope that she'll break them off so I don't have to deal with it, but I have to trim them back on occasion. It's a big ruckus. So that's one of the reasons why I leave horns on my girls. So you can see how Plum is able to stick her nose in and get the hay out of there without throwing a whole lot on the floor. Behind her you see my other experimental hay racks. These worked great for a while. Just a piece of fencing in a frame held against the wall with little bungees so that I can hold the hay tight against the wall. These work well with a certain kind of hay, like a sort of medium steminess, but they learn to stick their heads in the side and pull the whole flake out, so those will need a little bit of redesign. I'll have to put sides on them. I'm not using those right now. So you can see there's another hay bag. This is the Herd Queen's hay bag, not because it's colorful, but because she determined that the hole is bigger. She can get more hay out. So I put that here where she's out of the way. As soon as Peach is done, well, Peach is second in command. I don't have to wait for her to be done. I'm going to let Plummy go so that you can see the lead rope I made for her. I don't leave them tied unattended because I just think it's too dangerous. Alright, so can you see this? It's just a piece of rope to which I've made a loop in the end. So I adjusted it till it was the right length for what I wanted to do. And then I stuck a 2-ended snap on there. You can also loop through with a 1-ended snap if that's what you have. Then I determined where I wanted the leash to end. And I made another loop and put a ring. You can also just use a loop of rope. I have one of them made like this, so I had the ring. And then, where are we? There we go. And then I tied another snap. It took a few tries to get the right length. But with a horned goat, it's almost one size fits all, as long as that loop won't go over. So it's sort of built-in collar on this. And it's not a slip knot, so they can't choke themselves on it. So I take these down at night and put them in the feed room. I always restrain the top goat first, which is Maya. Second goat is Peach. Third goat is Plum. Fourth goat is huge, gentle Ginger. And that's because you have to always restrain them from the top goat down. Otherwise, if you tie a low goat on the totem pole, right here in the pecking order, like Ginger, because she stops eating, she loves to be scratched so much she stops eating. If you tie one of the low goats first, you are making them very vulnerable to attack by the other goats, and they can really get injured. So you have to reverse the order when you untie them. So Peach will be last of the tied goats. So I'll do Ginger first. Here you can look at Peach while I'm unhooking Ginger. Alright, I'm going to take her tie rope off. Alright, so she's free to go. I'm going to move her hay bag to where it works better, only because there's less beating up that goes on. It's one of the 4 that goes on the door. Now Peach is getting anxious because she is very attached to her mother, even though she'll beat her up and kick her out of food. And she gets very anxious when her mama goes away. Life is easier when I pick up all the feed tubs at the same time. Alright, so excuse the darkness. I'm just putting these outside to make my life easier. in a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Hope you're not seasick. Here we go. We're going back in. Plummy. Alright, we're missing a hay bag here. Oh, this one is good. Oh, it's over here. Alright, so we're going to untie Peach. When I untie them, you can do it from either end. Hi, sweetie. Oh, camera. So I just unhook the collar. Look, I hooked the hay bag right to her leash. Unhook that. Put this hay bag where it belongs. There's Peach Pie. And there's going to be a big ruckus when I let Maya out. So I'm going to get all my work done. Pick up my leashes. Pick up my feed pans. Hey, Plummy. Give those girls one more moment to eat in peace. Back out in the dark. It's not really as dark out as it looks on the camera. Oops. Oh, turn around, tripped on Plummy. Back in the barn. Alright, I'm going to let Maya out. And you watch what happens. Peaceful, peaceful, quiet. Everybody's happy. Everybody's having a good time. And then there is the evil one. Here she comes. Come on out, Maya. I leave this door open too so that nobody can get trapped in there. Yeah, she's already kicked one goat out. Oops, you know what? I did a boo-boo. Since the goats were tied up, I left the hay room door open so the cats could get in. Now I have to kick goats out. Out, 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 out. There they go. Can you see them? But Maya's keeping them outside. The door closed. Hello, baby. So, you see Peach looking in, just like, where's Maya? Where's Maya? Is it safe to go in? It's not, because, see, Maya is right there. So nobody's going to go in until Maya gets out of the way. Sneaking around the edge. Plummy in the dark. Can you see her? Here she comes. Come on, Plummy. Go inside. It's cold out, baby. Nope, because Maya's right there. At this point, I'll let them sort it out. They all have food in their stomach. There's Ginger hiding around the corner. See how that door works? Maya can't see. She knows there's a goat over there, but she can't really see that Peach is right on the other side, so she's not on the rampage against her. I'll show you where she is. See? If that door was not there, they would never be standing this close to each other. It just wouldn't happen. And this one, if Maya could see her directly, she'd be kicked right out in the cold, poor thing. Plummy's trying to bide her time and see if she can slip in. Thinking about it. She's thinking about it. Plummy. She's looking at Maya. Maya's looking at her. She's going to wait. Nope. Maya just said, don't you dare come in here. Plummy. Oh, she's looking at the hay bag. She's so hungry. Maybe if I just put my feet in, nobody will notice I'm here. Okay. So that's the nighttime in my barn. Hope you enjoyed it.